So a month ago, whenever Hardwired premiered by Metallica, the first single off of a brand new double album we were going to be getting, Hardwired to Self-Destruct, on November 18th, we were taken aback. We didn't know what to think. It was not something that we expected. It wasn't on our date books, so to speak. We have that situation once again here today with Moth into Flame, the second single off of this album, the second gift that the Metallica has given us from this album, essentially for free. We have an accompanying music video to go along with it. The song, though, premiered on Howard Stern this morning. And this is a song that may get us speaking a little bit more about where this band is in 2016, considering Hardwired was definitely very rooted in the thrash of Metallica's roots. Now, with Moth into Flame, this is a longer track. It's one that borders on the 6-minute mark, and it's one that takes and approaches things with a little bit of a different appeal or a different idea. There's still some thrashiness that is present here. Don't think that it has completely been eliminated. It's one that seems a little more rooted with And Justice for All, or really I hear a lot more shades of Death Magnetic in this than perhaps that was heard in Hardwired. Considering that song was meant to be frantic and fury-filled, it almost seemed like they were doing a impression of Slayer. And at times they feel that way with this track as well, maybe not with the speed, but instead with some of the simplified nature of these riffs, especially whenever you go from the second chorus into the solo, which really was started off by a bridge. It's one where just that sort of direct nature is something that is not only classic Metallica, but also has some roots within the Slayer camp. But this is also a song that has some hard rock mentality to it, and you can hear it with the start of the chorus, that sort of combined effect where you hear both James and Robert singing collectively the lines, and it is actually kind of a nice effect. If you turn back to Garage Incorporated, for example, and you look at some of their covers, Whiskey in a Jar, the Blue Oyster Cult song, etc., etc., you definitely see where this band, whenever they come together, they handle hard rock exceptionally well, considering there's a lot of root and foundation in that for why they wanted to be in a band. And this just sort of has that delivery to it, and based off of that, there are some hints of what would have happened had Load or Reload combined some of their ideas and ideologies with an album such as Justice for All, or an album such as Death Magnetic. And the result is actually pretty well done. This is something that's kind of exciting. Now, I understand that this sort of mid-tempo seduction that we've heard from Metallica before, it's not exactly a brand new Metallica idea, may cause some folks to feel that it's just another, new era, same old shit, as they say. But this is one that really has a bit of a nicety behind it, a novelty behind it, based around some of those combined influences, and also based around the taste that was last left in our mouth from this group, even though most would, really suffice it to say that that was merely a collaborative effort. But this song, in its solo that Kirk delivers, definitely feels that's just plastered with Load and Reload charm. It has that sort of same guitar tone to it. It has that general approach to it. You hear that little slight wah a little bit within the strokes, and it just has some of those different appeals within it. And that's going to turn some people off just by description. But the solo itself is pretty par for the course to slightly above average. It's a very nice little piece. It's something that works so much better, and this is showcasing why Saint Anger was an album that maybe could have used a little bit more of those fills in order to sort of break the monotony. This is something that helps the song quite a bit. Lyrically speaking, it's an interesting song. James has never been world-renowned for his lyricism, but this is one where it's definitely speaking more toward the seduction of addiction to fame, and we get some interesting words such as destruction going viral, which, first time you hear that, my first thought is, Destruction the band is going viral? Woo, Teutonic Thrash. It's not what they mean, obviously. This is a pretty good song. I really like what I'm hearing so far from Hardwired to Self-Destruct. I think I like this song a little bit more than the pseudo-title track Hardwired, simply because this is showing, I think this is displayed to us a little bit more of what this, what the thinking, sort of the mentality of this album really was going in, because they stated, especially Lars, that this was not going to be one that was just one-sided or really one influence. It was going to be multifaceted, and this sort of proves it. But I want to know what you guys think about it. What did you think about Moth into Flame? If you haven't heard it yet, there's a link in the description box for you to check it out. I am coverkillernation, and I will talk to each and every one of you guys next time, and of course, we'll speak on November the 18th to talk about Hardwired to Self-Destruct by Metallica. me know your thoughts. Take care.